Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're out here on an early Sunday, and we're going to ride this Kawasaki Z900 along the water here, a little river ride, first thing in the morning. So I hope everyone's having a nice day. I know my day's starting out pretty good right here, and I guess let's go.
One love, let us be one on. Come on and live again together and we feel alright.
And this is my first time back on a bike in a while. I kind of been laid up for the last like 8 weeks or so. I had surgery for hernia, and it's just great to be back on the bike again. And it's great to have my life back again. I don't know if you've ever had a hernia, but it really sucks. It's like you got a hole in your stomach, and basically your intestines just want to keep popping out of there. And basically everywhere I go, I just have to be like dropping on the ground every 5 minutes and like stuffing my intestines back in through the hole. Otherwise, it's just like a ton of pain. So finally got that mesh to like seal it all up, and I feel a million times better. I mean, I've been to hell and back with the pain and the surgery and all that, but I tell you, it was worth it, you know. 8 weeks of pain for like getting the rest of my life back. It's definitely needed. And we got some good views here. Look, there's people like rowing and stuff like that. Crew teams are out on the river. We're right next to the Delaware River here. And I don't know, it's so early in the morning. It's only like 8:21. There's like hardly anyone out. And even if there was anyone out, they wouldn't be back here. This is mostly like warehouses and just a nice view of the river. And I'm actually going to head up to Roebling today. There's like the John Roebling Museum, and there's some cool like, it's like metal statues of like the things that he invented. So it's pretty cool. He's like a famous engineer, bridge builder. I think he had a hand in the Brooklyn Bridge building. So they dedicated like a cool area and museum. There's a whole city named after him, so it's cool to ride down here like early in the morning when there's not a lot of people out. And at some point, maybe I'll find a little spot where we could like get a little view of the river, and we'll get another look at the bike and take a few pictures or something like that before we head on our way. And I did a few more modifications to my bike, like while I was recovering. Nothing where I really had to lift the bike up or anything, but the previous owner had this like really hideous like tank pad and gas cap cover, and it had like this red outline, but the red outline like wasn't the same color as the trellis frame or as any of the rest of like, I don't know what I'm calling like burgundy items on my bike, and it just kind of clashed and didn't match really well. So I kind of took that off. This looks a lot better just clean, this gas cap. And I just got the real plain like tank pad right here, and I think it looks a lot better. And the other big change I made was to the rear fender eliminator kit. I didn't actually install that. It was already on there when I bought this bike. But the way they did it was, I don't know, it was on there crooked, and I don't know who decided what they were doing to that thing, but it was just a terrible idea. And they like, I don't know, there was a big piece of plastic on the right side, but there wasn't one on the left side, so the thing was just completely crooked, and actually had to go in and cut some of the plastic away, which I was hoping to not have to do, but I kind of realized that it just was never going to lay flat with that plastic in the way, and there was not going to be any way for me to like build up any plastic on the other side, so I just had to cut it away, which I think was the best move for me, actually. I kind of had to balance it out, and it looks a million times better. I mean, I rode around with like a crooked license plate for like 3 or 4 months just because I didn't really have time to mess with it, but I guess like having that time to recover like really gave me a lot of time to do a lot of things. Like I caught up on everything I wanted to do on this motorcycle. I fixed my e-bike. Like I had a lot of problems with the tires and some electrical issues that I had to work out, and I finally got that all working good. My house I got painted and new carpet. Looks like I have a freaking new house now, whereas before it looked really shitty on the inside because like my old cat had basically just done her business everywhere, and for 10 years it was just shit. And I think I'm gonna pull in here and try to get a couple pictures real quick. There's like a little boat ramp slip kind of thing here, and some cool shots to be had, I think, from under the water. So we're gonna take a little break right here and get a few shots. You know what I mean? It's like the perfect spot. And we're just gonna pause this motovlog for a sec, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Just got finished taking a few pictures for Instagram, and take another look at the bike here. This is a chill little spot. There's like a sunset coming up over the river here. One of these flags flapping are kind of putting me in a chill mood. Alright, we're gonna get going. We're out of here. And we're going to finish up our riverside ride here, heading to Roebling. Man, I'm so glad I woke up early for this. I actually have like an eye doctor appointment in a little bit, but I was like, I'm squeezing in a ride this morning, and I'm really glad I did. I gotta start doing this more often. It's kind of fun being up like super early. Nobody's really out riding around yet. And I feel like I'm gonna have some of these areas to myself at some point. And a lot of these videos I watch is like people riding around the city, and it's like real crowded and everything. And I don't even know why you'd want a motorcycle in a crowded area like that, but I'm all about like riding on these backcountry roads and stuff. Like obviously I got a couple cars in front of me now, but if you look behind me, there's nobody. There's hardly anybody out right now. So it's like more peaceful at this time, just to kind of have it all to yourself. And I'm still trying to get to know this area around here well, a little bit, and I gotta find this road called Hornburger. You little Hornburger. This is probably it, but I'm gonna try anyway. I think this is it. Nice, that was a good guess. And we're gonna go through like the city part of Roebling, and you'll see like we start getting into like more blocks and stuff like that instead of just like winding roads. There's like a lot of row homes and stuff like that. I always found this area kind of chill. And they got a real big park down here with like a huge view of the river. I always come in on my e-bike here. There's like a little path through the woods and stuff like that. Actually, I think I probably have a video of me riding down that path. It's called like New Adventure. This is like the old section of Roebling that I was talking about with the row homes and stuff. Actually, my buddy has a place back here, and it's pretty dope. And pretty soon we're going to be ending up at this museum here. And maybe we'll get one last view of the river before I end this motovlog. I'm gonna start doing more motovlogs like this, where I like go to somewhere cool and check it out. Instead of just, sometimes I'm just riding aimlessly and not really having any kind of particular destination in mind. But this is all like the museum area right here. The Roebling Museum. And we're just going to head ourselves down to the river, get one last view. What do you think of these back streets? It's like pretty quaint down here. I would totally live right here. It's quiet, and then you got this dope view of the river, like at this huge park, about 1 foot away. I don't know if you guys can see the river back there. This looks like a pretty cool spot to end things. I had a great time on this motovlog adventure, and I hope you guys did too. And we'll catch you next time.